Hi everyone, welcome to the Flow large language model demo. So basically in this demo, I will walk the audience through how do we train this kind of locally hosted large language model for the browser chat implementation scenario. We will also have a live demo on how does it looks like when we actually use it to chat with our browser history. So first, yeah, let's go through like how do we achieve this, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is that how do we collect the data to fine tune a large language model for this specific task, right? So we got this kind of real world browser history contributed by our community. So the we also ask our contributor like what kind of question you would like to ask the large language model about your browser history. We collect all these real world use cases and questions and make them into some seed question set so that we can synthesize more training data from this real world training data set using some more powerful large language model, right? The large language model that is impossible to host locally simply because they are too large, and we kind of learn from those kind of model to synthesize all this training data. Um, the second step is that the actual fine tuning, right? We choose 7 billion parameter large language model, open source one. The 7B is a pretty decent number that can still be handled by some consumer grade GPUs. The whole training process can happen on things like RTX 3019. Um, Anything kind of more powerful than that, they can also run the training process. Um, and also the whole training process won't be like crazy long, crazy lengthy. Um, we can expect that even with this kind of consumer grade GPU, the whole training process can happen within 3 hours. So it's not any like insane lengthy process. The interesting part is actually the model hosting, right? Because we want to focus on privacy, right? No one want to actually send out their browser history to OpenAI or to other large company, right? Therefore, the whole final model actually can be hosted on even less powerful devices, right? If you are really aiming for speed, you want to run it on GPU and RTX 3017 or even RTX 3016 M1 Pro laptop, they can all host our model. And this is not even with some further optimization and quantization, right? Actually, now we already got a lot of mature industry well implemented quantization or optimization tools we can leverage, and the final product, right? The inference can also happen on CPU machine, right? We are talking about like 12th gen i5 or M1. So basically, any laptop or machine you bought in the recent 2 years, I believe they can all run this inference as well through a lot of mature framework. Okay, so that's a basic walkthrough on like how we achieve all this, right? And how we are going to host the model and preserve the privacy. And now let's go into the actual demo on this whole model and how we use that, right? As you can see, right, we use some local vector database. Therefore, we don't need to upload our data to anywhere besides your own machine. You can also see our the service we develop. It is fully compatible with OpenAI's library and their API format. The only thing we need to do is that we only need to swap the API base. As you can see, right, I'm calling something locally instead of OpenAI. Let's run this, and you can see, right, this is history.csv. This is simply some browser history, my own browser history. Uh, you can easily explore that from using some plugin from Chrome. Um, yeah, let's run this. And what we are doing here is actually we are digesting all our history. We are converting them into embedding that machine can understand. Also, the whole embedding process, we are not using anything online. We are running an encoding model locally. That is a super lightweight model, as you can see, right? It only takes 6 seconds to kind of digest my couple thousand rows of browser history, right? Yeah, let's actually see like what can we ask about uh, our browser history, right? We are using our own model. This is just some random name, just to further prove that we are not using anything provided by OpenAI. We are actually using our own model, uh, and this is hosted locally, just to emphasize on that. One question I would like to ask is that like what machine learning related topic I'm interested in, right? You can see like it is fetching some relevant history on machine learning related stuff, right? Within 7 seconds, it generated the response. It's pretty lengthy and it's pretty informative, as you can see here, right? It says, okay, you're trying to explore some machine learning services. Maybe that's some Amazon SageMaker, Google Cloud AI platform. You are also interested in the fine tuning. You are also interested into this design distributed training and inference. You're also interested in something like QLoRa, right? I think that's something I've searched for as well, right? See here, right? You're also interested in this kind of stuff. Uh, Also, right, I can also ask him some question like what flights I've been searching for. Can you make a travel plan based on that? As you can see, right, I've searching for mostly searching for things like how planning and traveling to Paris, right? Paris. Then the question also the response is also like makes a lot of sense, right? It includes some Paris flights. It's ask you to do some accommodation in Paris, transportation, how to do like dinings, right? Um, all this kind of stuff, right? So as you can see, right, the model has this kind of excellent capability in kind of answering question related to this stuff. It's basically coming from uh, our fine tuning, right? Because we actually use a lot of community contributed real world history and real world question, right? Therefore, the model can very quickly learn all these things. Yeah, that's pretty much a quick walkthrough on our process and how our fine-tuned model works on this kind of browser history related question.